Glidden at the top at a 7:42. The numbers, but close doesn't count until you get into the program. The final racing coming up on Monday, Labor Day, here at the 33rd edition of the U.S. Nationals. Mark Powell out straight and through. Going off. And for Powell, 7.5, not 7:55 and below to a number 1 spot of the 7:42. Joe Clark, tower side, Mark Rundenberg on the pit side, spectator side, call it what you want. There's people and cars everywhere on this racetrack. Seven different cylinder heads. That primarily, of course, is the big difference between the types of cars, types of engines. Here's two drivers that have got types of throttle lower, and he is qualified 24. Absolutely close. This number 50 is Bill Short. At this moment, there have been 52 cars making passes in Pro Stock Eliminator to attempt to qualify. Coming up later on this afternoon, about 5 o'clock, will be the final round. Builder and tuner and Major Domo behind the very successful Beretta, following up here in the left-hand lane behind Willie DeMore that cuts it off. 7.6. Will Ralph Bissell from B&B Electronics call the front office here at IRC? Contact the front office. Very tough 16-car field. The time for Beverly is 7:68. The action, or an Oldsmobile, or the same thing said for a Chevrolet, just as long as it stays within the same family group. And you find a lot of guys that have had a lot of parts over the year that may like the body design of a new car of one manufacturer, but they've got motor parts for another. Rules are liberal enough to allow them to use those engine parts, as evidenced by Rod Groves on the tower side. 777. He is Tony Christian driving for Belmonte and Earl. Call us to the 7. It was all for a very, very good purpose. Our thanks not only from Draw, but me personally, as stood out there in that hot tent for a few hours and got as much money as we could possibly get out of your pocketbook. And it will all go to good causes through the months to come for Draw. Gary Hansen is not in. 27 with a 7.60, he goes 7.61. Koretsky is another one to one. Harold Denton at a 500 giving into Oldsmobile Forenza. The men go down, and as a result, you'll see a lot of times a whole session go by with hardly any change at all. Harold Denton trying to keep that through to a 7.68, 180 to make the break on Sunday evening and say, folks, this is it. 16 of them, that's all we'll say. Just named to the car craft all off board about 10 or so, just enough to get by legally. And that includes the weight of the driver. So when you see a rather large driver, you can imagine it is going to be a very light car, and vice versa. Very light driver in a rather heavy car. But the thing about it is that you got to be like driver. About a 750, long time, guys. But either way, if you wanted to try it, you could. You could use fiberglass hood, doors, bumpers, and deck lids. So we have on the starting line Bob Morton leaving the line here in the Quaker State lane. And that 767 will put him there. Does not want that to happen again. Orndorff and Ekman, the number 3 qualifier. Jerry Ekman drives it off the starting line against Warren Johnson. 7:56 does not improve. Larry Morgan now first and now 7.60, not good enough. He has yet to get close. 7.60. Here's Ben Mark. With Frank Sanchez at the wheel, could care less about tomorrow. They're worried about right now. They need to make this program and have a little bit of a cushion. They're well off the pace at a 7.69. Frank Sanchez, that's not going to do it. And Dean with Don Campanello. And is Flynn Benito's car with Kenny Dolko up, gets ready to make his run. Let's turn the mic on over to Bernie Partridge and we'll play Hollywood again. All right, thank you, Daniel Paul. 7:51, he runs the 7:55 behind him, the Castro GTX car of Gary Horn. Moving down track. Time is 7.85, speed 180 miles an hour, 5 o'clock sharp, so that's about an hour from now. Actually, that's 2 hours. Hour from now. Scored to a 7.78, 183.